Today I am taking the first part of my series, The Nuts and the Bolts of Organic Chemistry. And the topic I have chosen is the Lowry de Bruyn Alberta Venn Augustine rearrangement. Welcome dear students. Today I am going to teach you a very important reaction related to chapter carbohydrate. The rearrangement or reaction known as Lowry de Bruyn Alberta Venn Augustine rearrangement. Yes, you have heard it correctly. It is Lowry de Bruyn Alberta Venn Augustine rearrangement. Dear students, only the name is tough. It is relatively a easy process. Yes, it is simply a keto-enol tautomeric equilibria. Actually, when we used to take glucose in alkaline media, then it interconverts into an equilibrium mixture of glucose, fructose and mannose through a common enol, and that is enediol. Now, how this process operates? I think in the chapter tautomers you have studied that acidic and alkaline media catalyzes the enolization. We have got a certain mechanism for the acidic media as well as for the basic media. So in a similar manner, when you take these these carbohydrates like glucose or fructose or mannose in alkaline media, they changes into a common enol, and that enol is the standpoint from which all the three carbohydrates are in equilibrium. So these three carbohydrates actually lies in keto form, and this is the common enol. But the interesting fact is that this enol has two enolic linkages. Let me give you some idea of keto-enol tautomerism. I think you have earlier studied about this. You know, in the case of keto-enol tautomerism, this is alpha hydrogen adjacent to carbonyl group. This is, is a keto form. Just a minute. This is a keto form. And when this alpha hydrogen moves towards the directly attached third atom, the example of tride system, then rearrangement of multiple bond also take place. Then this pi bond is going to come here, and we have got this enol form. The name ene plus ol, alkene plus ol. The alcoholic group directly attached to doubly bonded carbon is enol. So just observe this keto-enol tautomerism. In the case of glucose, we have got this alpha hydrogen, and when this alpha hydrogen moves towards this oxygen, the tride system, like in this manner, we have got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, migration between successively attached first and third atom, the very common example of tride system, the keto-enol tautomerism. So obviously this double bond is going to come here. This is a simple way to demonstrate a keto-enol tautomerism, although the mechanism is different, and you are quite aware of that mechanism, that due to the acidity of this alpha hydrogen, we have a hybrid anion which has which possesses the negative charge on two atoms, and proton can attach on either of the atoms to give both of the tautomers. But in a simple manner, we used to demonstrate this alpha hydrogen moves here and this pi bond comes here. So this keto form changes into enol form. Now, when this alpha hydrogen goes here, this double bond comes here, we have got this enol. Fine. Now, we very well know that in a monocarbonyl keto-enol equilibria, the keto form is more stable. So, when this enol form revert backs into a thermodynamically more stable keto form, then this hydrogen faces a flat center. Now, this is a flat sp2 hybridized center. And a very important aspect related to this observation is very popular in the case of JEE Advance. मैं क्लास में हमेशा इस पॉइंट को पढ़ाता हूं, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट फैक्टर. इसे ढंग से याद कर लीजिए. अगर किसी भी फ्लैट सेंटर पर, लाइक यू नो दिस इज ट्राइगोनल प्लेनर शेप, वी हैव गॉट दीज थ्री sp2 hybridized orbitals and this is unhybridized p orbital. Flat sp2 hybridized planar 2D geometry. So due to the flatness, तो किसी भी फ्लैट स्पीशीज पर अगर अटैक होके कायरल सेंटर डेवलप हो रहा है, तो ये अच्छी तरह समझ लीजिए कि इट इज गोइंग टू गिव यू अ रैसमिक मिक्सचर. एंड व्हाट इज द रीजन फॉर दैट? ड्यू टू द फ्लैटनेस ऑफ दिस ज्योमेट्री, द अटैक फ्रॉम बोथ द साइड्स इज इक्वली प्रोबेबल. व्हेन अटैक occurs from one side, chiral center is developed and we have got one tetrahedral form, one enantiomeric form. And when attack occurs from other side, the another tetrahedral form is developed. So जब भी फ्लैट सेंटर पर अटैक होके कायरल सेंटर क्रिएट होगा, we have got two enantiomers in equal amount, because we can expect as the flatness of this geometry, the planarity of this geometry, the attack will occur equally in an equal amount from both the sides. So in a similar manner, when this enolic hydrogen revert backs to a more stable keto form, it faces a flat planar sp2 hybridized center. So in that case, again, when this hydrogens attach on this carbon, the chiral center is developed. And जैसा कि मैंने अभी बताया, chiral center is developing, तो 0.5% में OH right side पे होगा, that is giving rise to a glucose, and when attack occurs from other side of this flat center, sometimes known as enantiotopic center, then OH इसके लेफ्ट साइड पर होगा. एंड only on the basis of this chiral center, these two are non-superimposable mirror images of each other, sometimes known as epimers. Glucose and mannose are C2 epimers. तो ये बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट एस्पेक्ट है स्टूडेंट्स, इसे ध्यान रखिएगा कि कभी भी किसी फ्लैट सेंटर पर अटैक होके अगर कायरल सेंटर डेवलप होगा, तो फ्लैटनेस, उसकी ज्योमेट्री की फ्लैटनेस की वजह से अटैक इक्वली दोनों साइड से होगा. एक साइड से अटैक होके एक कायरल सेंटर डेवलप होगा और दूसरी साइड से अटैक होके उसकी मिरर इमेज नॉन सुपर इम्पोजेबल डेवलप होगी. And that is going to lead a racemic mixture if there is only one chiral center. The very popular cases you just to see in the cases of aldehydes and ketones, when the characteristic mechanism of aldehydes and ketones is nucleophilic addition, and in that case अगर aldehyde ketone से के कार्बन से दो different groups attached हैं, then it is going to give you a racemic mixture, because again the sp2 hybridized carbonyl group is flat and attack occurs equally from the both side. Again, you see these observations in the case of SN1 reaction, although in the SN1 reaction there is another aspect, that is internal return, which leads to major inversion and less retention. So, but there is a formation of racemic mixture up to some extent. Also, in a case of you can see yes, free radical substitution, the characteristic mechanism of alkanes. So, in that case also, the intermediate free radical is flat sp2 hybridized, and if chiral center is generated by the attack of a reagent, then it leads to racemic mixture. Okay, so either if you take glucose or fructose or mannose in alkaline media, they after some time comes in a equilibrium mixture of these three sugars, these three carbohydrates. तो चाहे आप ग्लूकोज ले लें, चाहे फ्रक्टोज ले लें, चाहे मैनोज ले लें, अल्कलाइन मीडिया में ये तीनों ही इक्विलिब्रियम मिक्सचर में चेंज हो जाएंगे थ्रू अ कॉमन इनोल, दैट इज ईन डाइओल. और रीजन आपको पता है, बिकॉज दिस ईन डाइओल हैज अ इनोलिक लिंकेज फ्रॉम टू साइड्स. व्हेन दिस हाइड्रोजन रिवर्ट्स बैक, faces a flat center, giving rise to glucose and mannose, and when this hydrogen reverts back, again this is also enolic linkage, when this hydrogen reverts back, it gives rise to this D-fructose. इसके नीचे का स्ट्रक्चर मैंने तीनों ही केसेस में नहीं लिखा है. यू आर क्वाइट अवेयर कि इसके नीचे का जो स्ट्रक्चर है, इन दो कार्बन एटम्स को छोड़ दिया जाए तीनों केसेस में, तो वो फ्रक्टोज, ग्लूकोज और मैनोज में सेम रहता है. तो दीज थिंग्स बीइंग सेम, अगेन I have told you that glucose and mannose are C2 epimers. So you have heard about the epimers, that the stereoisomers which have many chiral centers, but if their configuration differs at any one chiral center, then they are epimers. Glucose and mannose both have 4 chiral centers in their open chain structure, and they differ in the configuration on second carbon. That's why they are C2 epimers. This rearrangement also beautifully explains one of the another excellent aspects of fructose. You have heard about that fructose is a reducing sugar. And we know that keto group is highly resistant to oxidation. So how it is possible that fructose is a reducing sugar? Because tolerance reagent in Fehling solution are very mild oxidizing agent, so it is not possible that they are going to oxidize theoretically to fructose, or in other words, fructose is going to reduce it. But what happens, you know that tolerance reagent and Fehling solution are alkaline reagents, and in the alkaline media, now we know that fructose changes into a equilibrium mixture of glucose and mannose through a common enol. So when you used to take these tolerance reagent or Fehling solution in alkaline media, fructose changes into glucose and mannose through a common enol, and glucose and mannose possesses the aldehydic group. Therefore, these glucose or mannose is going to reduce tolerance reagent or Fehling solution. So this is the reason that fructose is a reducing sugar. So this rearrangement also gives the reason of fructose being the reducing sugar, and partially it sometimes also explains that alpha hydroxy ketones can be easily oxidized by tolerance reagent and Fehling solution. थैंक यू. आज मैंने कार्बोहाइड्रेट्स की एक बड़ी इंपॉर्टेंट रिएक्शन ली है. अपने कमेंट्स बताइए, लिखिए, सब्सक्राइब करिए, लाइक करिए, और मुझे बताइए कि इस क्वारंटाइन पीरियड में मैं आपकी और क्या मदद कर सकता हूँ. आपको कौन सी चीज़ें ऐसी हैं विच यू फाइंड डिफ़िकल्ट, तो मैं आगे उसमें आपकी फर्दर हेल्प कर सकूं. थैंक यू सो मच.